Yo, what's going on everyone? GuidingLight here, and in this video, I want to walk you guys through the Heirloom quest for the Thieves Guild here in Oblivion Remastered. Now, this is a pretty long quest that has you guys doing a bunch of tedious steps, but in order to first unlock it, what you will need to do is join the Thieves Guild and complete a few of their first missions. Now, eventually, once you come back here, they will tell you guys that you're basically out of missions once you hit the rank of Bandit here in the Thieves Guild. And you will now have to visit a new NPC in order to get additional quests for the Thieves Guild. So we're going to go and head over there now. This is how you're going to go and start up this quest for the Heirloom. So if we head to Braville, this is where we're going to be able to find the new vendor. You may have to go at a specific time of day though in order for them to be there. And you should have waypoints basically telling you guys where to go. Now later on the quest, things do get extremely confusing. And I also ran into a few bugs as well. So I want to explain every step of the quest. Now, once you guys get to the shack, if the character is not here, just simply wait, and they should arrive early in the morning. Now, once you speak to them, you're going to get the first couple steps of the quest. The first couple steps just have you guys going around and talking to different people and collecting clues. So I will see you guys once we get to the more difficult portions of the quest. Just keep in mind that you will need a ton of lockpicks in order to get through this, so you may want to go and get some before going any further in the quest.
I can see she brought blessings of Arche upon ye.
Good afternoon.
Why does... Yeah, this... Swift hunting. I can see... The poor bugger.
Now, once speaking to this vendor or getting as far in the quest as you're able to finally speak to this person, they will tell you guys that you are able to bribe one of the guards in the prison in order to speak to one of the members inside. So what we'll have to do is just simply go over to the prison. Now, there is an element of sneak in here. There may be guards in here that you may have to sneak past. However, I didn't really encounter much problems until the end of the quest. Just keep in mind that you will need a ton of lockpicks in order to get through this portion. Now, there are a couple secret ways to get through where you can steal keys from the guards and things like that and take separate paths, but I'm just going to show you guys the fastest way to get this one done, so long as you have the lockpicks on you. So just simply follow your waypoint and we will continue with the rest of the quest.
You look You look lost.
Now, once you finally do get inside of the prison, you will speak to the prisoner, and all you have to do is offer him one lockpick in order for him to give you the intel that you need to get to the next step of the quest. Once you have done
Do
this,
that
you'll
for
go have
me.
to speak to another couple of
Maybe your guild times
NPCs, but
aren't
this
so
time
bad
when you
after
speak to
all.
them, you will have to persuade them to
Sunlit
give you guys
freedom.
any further information, so you may
Yes.
need to
Showed me an
actually
inscription on the inside.
get on the good side of the next
Alicia.
NPC we speak
That
to, so
had to
very
be the
quickly we're going to
Countess
head
of
on
Leon.
over there now.
I figured I would ransom it back to the Countess. Except, the Countess rarely leaves the castle. The Battlehorn. Battlehorn. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Sugar and sands, friend.
My. She, you. I be. Blessings of the shadow.
I am the. I. How. I don't trust. I think I hear Milady call. You. Go ahead. Not. Oh.
So when speaking to this vendor, there's a good chance they will not give you any information until you essentially bribe them for it. So if you guys don't get any information, or if you guys don't go to the next step of the quest, simply increase your favor with them and ask them again, and they should give you the details that you need. Now at this point, this is where things get extremely tricky and where I actually started to run into a few bugs. Keep in mind, for the next portion of the quest, you will need a ton more lockpicks yet again, so just make sure that you still have at least 30 or 40 of them on your inventory, depending on your lockpick level. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come in here. That NPC basically gave us some intel about a secret passageway, which will lead us directly to the ring that we need to collect. Now, where I ran into a few bugs with this, though, is that it has to be a specific time of day in order for you to get the ring. So before entering into this dungeon, make sure that it is at least 1 o'clock in the morning, or basically the middle of the night, so that you can actually make sure that these people are here. Now, the thing with this quest is you're going to come in here to this dungeon, you're going to see a false wall, and what you have to do to open it is open up this lever. Now, before we go any further, though, the reason that we're in here is to collect a ring, and the NPC that you have to steal the ring from will only take the ring off at nighttime when they're asleep. So if you come in here and the NPC is simply not here, or they're not asleep, then the ring will not be there and you will not be able to complete the quest. You will have to actually go outside or simply load up your old save and come back inside to do it all over again. Now, this is where I actually got stuck multiple times because I went to the end of the dungeon and the ring just simply wasn't there and I could not figure out why. I had to clear this dungeon 3, 4, maybe even 5 times in order for it to count. And then on top of that, I kept having the guards tell me that I was stealing as well, so it made this quest extremely difficult. The way I was able to get past it, though, was by creating a new save file, and then every time I would fail the mission or that something wouldn't go right with it, I would just simply load up the old save file before the guards found me or before I had stolen anything, and it would basically reset the mission so that I could have another attempt. So I'm not sure why it took me so many tries. Maybe I just was here at the wrong time of day, but as we continue through the dungeon, I will show you guys exactly what you need to do in order to complete this. But I wanted to explain how to fix the mission, basically, if it's not working for you, or if you get here and essentially the ring isn't here. Now, once you get to this end of the door, basically the end of the dungeon, you will want to begin to sneak because there is a chance that there may be some guards in here. On top of that, guys, the person that you're stealing the ring from should be inside sleeping as well. So you will want to be very, very quiet and make sure not to wake them up because it will just cause more problems with the quest. Now, once you guys get in here, you will want to go back into this corner, and this is where you're going to eventually find the ring, so long as it's the right time of day. So as you guys can see here, we're going to have to pick actually 2 more locks, so you may run out of picks, which is going to be kind of annoying if you do. There are ways to get special keys off the guards, but it takes a very long time and adds that element to where you then have to escape from the guards as well. But as you guys can see here, I made it to the room. This is the jewelry box you'll want to go in. However, the ring is not here, and none of the characters that were supposed to be inside were here either. So if this happens to you and you loot all of the items, you'll notice the quest doesn't complete, and you may actually be a little bit confused as to why this is happening. Basically, what you have to do is reset the mission by going outside and coming back in at the proper time of day. The NPCs that you're stealing the ring from will only be here at certain times of day. So unfortunately, we now have to go back outside, wait till about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then come back inside and do this dungeon again. Now you'll notice this time when I go through the dungeon that for whatever reason, the NPCs were now inside, and there were also a few guards as well. Now the main objective of this is to actually sneak past and have them not see you. However, they did end up seeing me, but I was able to complete it anyways. So we have this guard that's coming over here, basically trying to tell me that I stole from the castle. Obviously, I'm not really trying to deal with that right now, so I'm just going to resist the arrest and move on. Now, this is going to cause all of the guards to come after me, but it's really not a big deal right now because I just want to get the quest done. Now, if you come in this room, shut the door behind the guard, he actually won't be able to come in, which is kind of hilarious. But as you come in here, these two will be inside, and normally they would be asleep, but because the guard already alerted them and I was sprinting, it woke them up. Now, you can notice that since the NPC was asleep, I was able to grab the ring from them, and at this point, I just simply booked it back out the way that I came, and I was able to complete the quest this way. Now, make sure you do not take out any enemies or kill any enemies during this quest because it will actually create a problem where you have to then pay money to get back into the guild. Now, again, if this happens and you accidentally take somebody out, or if it's not letting you complete the quest and you had to take people out, you will want to reload your old save to avoid having to deal with this. So that's why I was telling you guys at the beginning of the video that it may be a good idea to create a new save before starting the last step of this quest, so that if anything goes wrong with it, you can just revert to that save and everything that went wrong will reset and you can actually have basically another attempt at the mission without having to go through all of the extra steps to get back in the guild. So if anything does go wrong during your step, just simply go into your save files and reload back into the secret room or basically any of the save files that you made. This will reset the mission. Now, what was weird though is that when I reset the mission, the ring was actually still in my inventory and the game did not see me as stealing it anymore because the guards did not see me do it. So at this point, I was able to basically just step right outside, pay a small bounty of like 30 gold and complete the mission this way. Now, once you guys finally get the ring outside of the castle and you have no guards after you, you should be able to come back here and just simply turn the ring in and complete the quest. Now, the reason why this got so complicated was simply just because I had all of the guards on me because I went into the castle at the wrong time and also had a bounty over my head before doing so. So I highly suggest making sure that the first time you do this, you create a save file before going in. Go in at around 1 o'clock in the morning because it will take you a little bit of time to get through the dungeon, and then you should be able to complete this on your first attempt. Once you're done though, you'll come back here and turn in the ring, and the quest should be completed. So hope this helps, and I will catch you in the next one.